Shalom, all praises, Shalom, all praises, glory and honor is due to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Achakodash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, elders, and teachers of Great Millstone, and the light-minded men who are not part of Great Millstone, like I'm not, but following the same doctrine, given to the apostle Tahar and down from his teachers at One West, from their teachers at One West. Initially through the spirit of Yahweh Shai, from Elder Abba Bivens, through the spirit of Yahweh Shai, from the spirit of Yahweh Shai, through the Elder Abba Bivens. There's Elijah in the reincarnation. So I'm going to say salutations to the elect men, women, and children of Bayafta Wadal, as the house of David, who are predestined to be saved in these last days, as we are in these last days, with very few prophecies to come, but you know, Apostle Ramla went into it, but I need to watch the video as well. The prophecies according to time, you know, each prophecy's got its time. So we know the famine of the word to come, Amos 8 and 11. We know, big prophecies such as MOTB, the mark of the beast, Revelation 13th chapter, 16th to 18th verse. I went on the video, my last video, a good few days ago now. So was about that, you know. Apostles have been going on about it for decades. You know, the importance of that prophecy, I should say, it's a physical mark. Along with the time of Jacob's trouble, that's Jeremiah 30 and 7. Which can read in more detail in 2nd Esdras 15th chapter, 2nd Esdras 16th chapter. We're gonna also, you know, Daniel 12 and 1. So, you know, we've got the great war in heaven, which is going to be when Yahawashi returns and takes out the rulerships of Esau, Edom, and the Esau, Edom's followers. It's going to take specifically Babylon, to take out Babylon. The great 1 hour. Yeah, it's going to be destroyed. Simple as that. Babylon the Great is America, by the way. The daughter of Babylon. The whore that rideth the beast. The beast is NATO and the EU. Right, so, you know, a lot's going on. We've got the war in Ukraine, you know, wars, rumors of wars, Matthew 24th chapter 6 to 8 verses in full play. As we speak, you know, you should read that if you don't know what that is, you know. Time of wars, rumors of wars, kingdoms against kingdoms, you know, pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. It's going to start with this scripture first. Ecclesiastes 12 and 1. Remember now the Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not. You know, we're at the beginning of sorrows. So what we've got to do as individuals is you know, seek out our own salvation with fear and trembling. Simple as that, you know. Pray every day. Fast. I need to fast more, definitely. You know, we'll need to do what we need to do for our, you know. Definitely pray every day, fast more, seek Yahweh Shai 10 times more. Simple. Yeah. While the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh. So basically, when you're in youth, Yahweh Shai brings men in when they're young, usually. The apostles when they were younger. I'm giving away my time, but yeah, I was a bit later. So other men usually is when they're young. You know, they've been brought in to do the work. When thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them, you know, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. Yeah, remember before, you know, we pass on. So I'm going to jump down to 3 now. So this specifically relates to the times that we're coming into, where there's going to be no work. So I'm going to read the scriptures and people's hope and vision for the future will be dismayed, yeah, and they will have no vision. They will have no hope unless you're in Yahweh Shai. There is no hope. Simple as, you know, because only the elect will be saved from these times to come. And the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves. So the elites, the rulers, they're trembling right now. You know, they're fearful. This is why they're building their bunkers. This is why they're planning for what do they call it, prepping. Yeah, because they're trembling. They're seeing what's coming down the pipes. They're seeing the economy gonna collapse. You know, the super elites are planning it. You know, obviously, but they don't order out of chaos. But you know, the middle management types, they're seeing it and they're panicking. Yeah, right. So they're trying to prepare as best they can by going into the bunkers and, preparing bunkers, DUMS they call them, deep underground bunkers or whatever. And the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease. So there's going to be not much work. Yeah, no work eventually. Simple as, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be dark. And so there's going to, when people are looking for the future, there's no hope. Yeah, no hope, because all they can see is just misery and dismay and famine and inflation and hyperinflation. Not necessarily in order. Inflation and hyperinflation in that order, but famine's coming soon after. Simple as that. And the elect will eat. The Lord's servants, Isaiah 65:13. And the doors are shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. So we're at the beginning of this process where the economies are going to be taken over by AI, and that's office jobs going. That's I seen a report on Sky News the other day. The AI did a journalist job technically. So a lot of these so-called white collar workers jobs are going to be gone. So eventually the so-called blue collar workers jobs are going to be gone. A lot of them are gone by automated machine robots XYZ. You go into the supermarket, what do you see? Self-checkouts. Yeah, they're the images of the grinding is low. There's no jobs out there. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. So when people get up in the morning looking for work, nothing's going to be there. They're not even going to go into the music. Yeah. Music is done anyway. So that's just, if you can see it, that's the descriptive way the scriptures speak about the fact that the jobs are going to be scarce. Yeah. Eventually there will be no more work in Egypt. So what I'm going to do is play a video now to prove the put where we are.
According to a report, British businesses are slowing down hiring. Analysts say this is reflective of the feeling of uncertainty among these firms on the economic outlook of the country. The findings are part of the report released by the UK's Recruitment and Employment Confederation and KPM. As per the data, the number of candidates seeking jobs rose sharply in June. It has reached its highest level since the height of the country's coronavirus restrictions in December 2020. Apart from this, the number of people who got permanent jobs has also declined. The report also finds
You see, it's like that.
The wage growth for the last month dropped to its lowest rate in more than 2 years.
But what is going up is the cost of what do they call it? Cost of living. Yeah, the cost of goods, the cost of products. When you go into a shop, you can easily see 10% on most things. It's not just happening in the UK. I've got a few articles here over the past few days. Where am I going to start? Oh, wow. This is an article from June, July the 8th. America does not have to face the climb. Yes, it does, and yes, it will. Babylon will not be healed. Yeah, so lots. I'm going to put these articles in the description box. And let me quickly get that, actually. A couple of scriptures first. America doesn't have to face the climb, but it does, and it will. Let me go to Isaiah 19th chapter first. Then jump to Jeremiah 51. It starts at 14. The Lord have mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof. And this is 100% true, as the scriptures are. The fact is, that everything you see on television is absolutely turned upside down, perverse. You got transformers, if you know what I'm talking about, transformers everywhere, speaking to children, reading them stories. It's complete madness. We've got the alphabet agenda. It's complete perverse. Yeah, completely perverse. Spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err. Err means to error in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Look into this word perverse. The point I did want to make is in 15, but I'm going to go into this word here. This is another reason why, plenty of reasons, but it's the end of Esau's time still, or, but distorting, perverting, warping. Has society not been warped? Yeah. Is it being distorted? Is it perverted? Answer to those questions is yes. Yeah. Jumping down to 15. As a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Yeah. So, wow. That's how the places it's just lost. It's gone. The leaders don't know what they're doing. From Ecclesiasticus, book of Sirach, the 10th chapter. Yeah. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. If you're new to this, you can read, let me get it myself actually. Revelation 11 and 8. America, Babylon the Great, is also known as spiritual Sodom in Egypt. Right. Revelation 11 and 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the streets. This is the dead bodies of the Israelites. Dead bodies mean spiritual bodies, yeah. So once you don't know who you are, let me just prove this point. You don't know who you are, basically calling yourself black or calling yourself Jamaican or calling yourself American or calling yourself Native American or calling yourself Mexican or calling yourself Puerto Rican. All proverbs and bywords. That's not who we are. We're the Israelites from the respective tribes. Yeah. That's who we are. From Judah on down to Issachar, not in specific order, but Judah's always first. Yeah. So, Proverbs 21 and 16. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. Yeah. Spiritually dead. Yeah. So once you don't know who you are, like I didn't know who I was, like many of us didn't know who we were. We just thought we were Jamaican or thought we were English or thought we were so-called black people. It's not even our color, it's a color. Yeah. You're spiritually dead. Yeah. So back to Revelation 11 and 8. And their dead bodies, again, I've just explained that, shall lie in the streets of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. Our Lord YAHAWASHI was crucified because the image of Cesare Borgia was put up. Yeah, the so-called white image of Cesare Borgia with long hair and whatever. Our Lord doesn't look like that. You can read in Revelation, the 13th chapter, first verse, 13th and 14th, from the 13th down to the 15th. First chapter from the 13th down to the 15th verse, Salakia. Yeah, me 1 second. To prove that point, it's here. His head and hairs were white like wool. We go into this. His feet like unto fine brass, right? You can also read it in Daniel, the 10th chapter, the 56th verse, right? Plus other color scriptures too. Through the morning, if they are black until the ground, in Jeremiah 14 and 2. Even though that can go into actually mourning and being thingy, but we've got Songs of Solomon as well, 1 and 5. So also got that describe the nation, not specifically Yahawashi. On the description specifically of Yahawashi and Yahawah, you can read Daniel 7:9, in your 7th chapter and 9th verse, and also Daniel 10:5 and 6. And like I've just read in Revelation, the 1st chapter, in the 13th, around about the 13th, 14th, 15th verse. Yeah, a little bit of a sidetrack there, but there's always lessons within lessons. Let's get back to this. Lord's will, you kind of, you followed that still, because I know it was a bit off on a tangent, but Salakia for that, got a bit lost. Mortgage rates soar to highest level for the year. Again, this is going to create issues. People are not going to be able to pay the mortgages. I'm going to put these video articles in the description box if you want to read them. Yeah, because this mortgage rate thing is happening in the UK as well. Yeah, mortgage means debt until death, basically. Yeah. Another article from today in Zero Hedge. China's economy is in big trouble and investors should get out. Mao Yu, right? American companies should consider their investments in China as the country's economy is in serious trouble with a struggling non-state sector, said Mao Yu. The fact is, right, what they're doing is they're preparing for the digital takeover. They're preparing for the CBDC. They're preparing for international trade to be done by central bank digital currencies, and eventually the MOTB, the mark of the beast. You can read that in this article here. BIS, that's the Bank of International Settlements, says CBDC CBDC rollout may require change in the constitution. They're going to roll that out. Simple as that. Whether they change the constitution or not, they're going to do it. Yeah. Again, I'll put this article in the description box, Lord will. Yeah. And then this is one of the SHTFplan.com. It says CBDCs are a solution for a problem we don't have, and they want to implant it under our skin. So therefore, I've just gone through a few articles there showing you that the collapse is coming. Yeah, gone through the scriptures to show you that the collapse will come. Yeah, I've not gone to all the scriptures. Yeah, just we spoke about it too. Two or three. There's going to be no work in Egypt. Ecclesiastes. 12th chapter. But we don't trust in gold, do we? Yeah, we trust in YAHAWAH. No. You know what's coming, and that's the thing, yeah. See the vision through the spirit of YAHAWAH. So let have faith. Psalms 3rd chapter. Let me go to Psalms 3rd. Ooh. Psalm 7. Somebody wants me. Yeah. That's not what I want. Salakia. Psalms 7. And 1. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity, for they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as the green herb. Yeah. So as it says in the NLT, don't worry about the wicked or envy those who do wrong. For like the grass, they soon fade away. Like spring flowers, they soon wither. Yeah. Trust in the Lord and do good. This is the point. So shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Yeah. Delight thyself also in the Lord YAHAWAH and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. Commit thy way unto the Lord YAHAWAH. Trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. Yeah. And what we shouldn't do is trust in Egypt when the perilous time comes. Isaiah 13:1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin unto sin. That walk to go down into Egypt and not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. So what they come with, trust not in it. Yeah. You know, we can use the world, but don't abuse it. Simple as that. Just none of the ways of the oppressor. You know, because at the end of the day, they're not for you. That's the book of Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter and the 13th chapter. Yeah. Goes into it. Trust them not. Let me get that actually. We know what's coming. We've been warned by the Spirit of YAHAWAH 13. That's like it's up here, isn't it? What am I doing? Like if this is Ecclesiastes, because 13th chapter. Here we are. Right. If thou be for his profit, he will use thee. But if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee. If thou have anything, he will live with thee. Yea, he will make thee bear and will not be sorry for it. Don't trust the oppressor. Don't trust them. Yeah, they're gonna come with the CBDC. They're gonna come with they're gonna come with all forms of trickery to get us on board. You know, and the fact is, yeah, what we do not do is take that MOT to the B. Like Apostle Tahar says, you're going to have to be on the CBDC, the central bank digital currency system, but there's going to be a cutoff point. It's going to be a cutoff point. Yeah, they're going to present it with, oh yeah, this is great, this is fantastic. You know, it's good for you. Yeah, but at the end, they will declare their wickedness. The trust in the Lord, as we read in the Psalms 37th chapter. Yeah, don't follow after Egypt. You know, the grinding is going to be low, the job's going to be low. You know, there's going to be a time that we're not going to be working, we'll be as pilgrims. The second Edge, the 16th chapter goes into. Yeah, Lord's will, that's our lot, you know. But trust not in the oppressor, trust not in Egypt, trust not in the enemy, simple as. Ecclesiasticus 14:7. And if he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly, and the last he will declare his wickedness. And he will declare his wickedness. Simple as that. Yeah. Yeah, and he will declare his wickedness. With that, Lord's will, this is edifying. I know, Salakia, I was all over the place, but Lord's will got to the point of the lesson. And, you know, it was edifying to you by the will of Yahweh Shai. Call hello, Yahweh, Barsham, Yoshai, Barsham, Kakutash. To belongers to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the elect men, women, and children of Ba'ath Dawadah. Shalom.